YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and I just realized when I started recording this, I actually recorded an episode of this while I was on the road, and I forgot to render and upload it. But when I went and looked on my laptop, I couldn't find the footage, so I must have accidentally deleted it. But hey, guess what? There's been some big announcements. If you haven't seen the announcement, Creative Assembly announced that Bretonnia will be available to all on February 28th. Which is pretty exciting, so that means that starting February 28th, I'm going to have a Bretonnia campaign, or hopefully early. Maybe they'll get it to me early and I can bring it to you early. But yeah, I'm going to be bringing you a Bretonnia campaign. And then also, many of you have been wanting me to play a Chaos campaign, so I will take that opportunity at that point when the game is in its final state to play you some Chaos campaign as well. So yeah, that'll be exciting. I hope you're looking forward to that. I know I am, and it's probably good that we skipped an episode. Honestly, we need to finish up this campaign. We have like a whole bunch of wars now, so again, I don't remember what was in the last episode, but the Dwarfs have made peace with me because I beat the living daylights out of them. Then the vampires declared war, and I'm trying to remember who else is at war with me right now. The beastmen, of course. I mean, we're never not at war with those guys. Yeah, the dwarfs hate me, so I don't think they would ever be interested in trade or something. We could try. Nope. Who else is at war with me? Scaling, Varg, as expected, and then vampire counts. Yeah, so that's pretty much nothing new there. So who's at war with me? So, and I think that if I look at the victory conditions, well, I haven't even looked at the victory objectives in a long time. Ultimate campaign victory is we got to upgrade the Oak of Ages and win the following battle, Defense of the Oak. So I definitely have the Amber to upgrade the Oak of Ages, and that's technically all that we have left to do, but I think it's fitting that Durthu actually gets to defend the Oak of Ages, and since the Bretonnia campaign doesn't come out until all the way at the 28th, let's not rush through it trying to get there on this episode necessarily. Let's get things set up properly where Durthu gets to help defend the Oak of Ages. So I think that would be the appropriate way to handle the situation. Let's end the turn to get some of our movement points back. This has been a fun campaign. Join war against beastmen if I pay you. I'll do it just to make them more friendly with me. I don't know how long they'll stay any more friendly with me, but there's a pretty big gap. The vampires are already suing for peace. Let's take the peace so I can focus on getting Varg and Scaling knocked out. So I'll accept peace for now. We're going to be at war with these folks sooner or later. Yeah, Karak Ziflin knows what's good for them. They're ready to come back into the fold. And hide like cowards underneath my elven branches. Alright, let's see. So Durthu is ready to come out here and go after the Altar of Storms. It sounds nice. Sounds like the kind of place that you'd want to build a summer home. And, you know, I mean, the summers up here look lovely. The Chaos Waste. They really do. Just kidding, of course. Alright, let's check out where all my forces are at. Let's get myself familiar. So, Groot, because Sextus says, was fighting vampires. And now Groot is free to continue whatever else it was he was doing. We don't have to attack the vampires at the Moot, which is apparently what I was about to do. So, let's take these guys and settle in here at Grinstadt. Or however you say that.
The forest is smoking.
Alright, so we've settled in there. There's other stuff that we can start settling just to build up some extra amber. And why not? Why not? And we need to get rid of these filthy beastmen over here. They're running away from me at fastest pace they can pick. They're going to go over here, and as soon as they get an opportunity, they're just going to raise one of my settlements, and then I'll catch them and destroy them. They're just going for maximum nuisance, and they will probably succeed at being a maximum nuisance. So we got this fjord here. We definitely want the port. I'm going to go ahead and move out on foot here, because then I can continue to replenish. Or not. We could not replenish. I went into another... I went into another province and didn't realize it. That's kind of annoying. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. My bad. Is there anything else? Was I settling stuff down here? I think, yeah, I got done resettling, however you say this, Myrmidons, I believe, something like that. Where we get another port, by the way. All those ports are extra income. Am I going to cross the boundary over here? No. So I actually can make this move and go ahead and still be replenishing. Okay. I think we've moved everything that matters here. Should I start upgrading the Oak of Ages? Because it does take 10 turns. No, because I really want Durthu to be back for this. I think it's fitting that Durthu be back for the defense of the Oak. Little birdie tells me that whenever you finish upgrading the Oak of Ages, that a whole bunch of beastmen show up. Sweet, a beast path interception. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Leadership upgrade? Sure. Let's fight this. It looks pretty hopeless for the beastmen, but it'll still be fun. I need to give these guys a good crushing. It says beast path, but let's see if this is beast path or it's an actual, like, wild roots. Hopefully the beast path, because we've seen the wild roots one and it's always the same. That's another reason why, yeah, so this is the beast path one, and this looks always the same pretty much too. See, this is another reason why that map editor that Creative Assembly put out. So the map editor is genius, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like dog on Creative Assembly. It was great, and there's going to be all kinds of fun scenarios and stuff that people can do. That map editor needs to be released to the point where, okay, so let's say that you can't just upload it straight to your campaign in a mod. Get it? Fine. You don't want people making their own modded campaigns, basically. But what about at the very least, you have it to where if you make those maps that like every couple months Creative Assembly could take like a vote of community favorites, and then they could add those community favorites to the campaign. I mean, how cool would that be? They do that kind of thing in Halo, right? In Halo, they take community maps and they put them into regular rotations, and it is fantastic. People love the community maps. At least most people do. In fact, it adds like a ton of it adds a ton of variety that 343, who is the maker of Halo, can't typically add. To me, it's just a no-brainer, and I think that them putting the maps in were a good idea, and I applaud them for it and welcome more of that type of thing, and appreciate the work they put into it. And now, take it to the next level. That's my advice to them. Take it to the next level, and let's get some rhyme or reason set up to where we can actually bring some custom maps into the campaign. That would be freaking awesome. Or into like even into the multiplayer rotation. Campaign would be ideal in my mind, but bringing some into the multiplayer rotation would be cool too. Let's check out our tree army up close. The Ents march to war, gents. The Ents march, gents. What? What's up with this pus tree over here? Or is that just beast dung? Like Gorbel had some explosive diarrhea and now it's all over the forest. That's probably what it is. He ate so many he ate so much man flesh that it spewed out everywhere. Now that you're completely and thoroughly disgusted. I'm gonna move up these treekins. Let's get our guy right here in the middle of them. Guys, let's hard group it. Hard group. Alright, let's see what the hard group was. Yep, we're good. Got it. I was trying to fix my hard group a little bit. It wasn't exactly the way I wanted it. Those Cygors are going to town on my, well, they were going to town on my treekin. Good grief, Cygors. Stop it. We need to get up in this woods because we're going to get hammered by the Cygors. They're targeting my archers, which is absolutely the right target. Now they're targeting my cavalry, and look at this. I mean, Cygor damage is just absolutely absurd, and it doesn't hit all that often sometimes, but whenever you have 3 or 4 of them, it's gonna hit. It's kind of like when you get multiple hell cannons after you. Like, they're gonna be hits, and it is gonna be painful. Alright, I got an attack coming in here with all my treekin. Start using up some of my magic. I'm gonna do some okay, got all our attack orders in. Just go silence that guy. Get group 2 up here, get group 3 up here. Group 4. Let's go do some hunting with our dragons. Nothing seems to be significantly damaging my Those dragons make some awesome noise. How about we go kill Malagor the Dark Omen here? Let's start working on these Minotaurs back here. Let's get over here with these cavalry. I think we're just going to end up killing a bunch of our own guys here. I don't really have a great angle for my archers, so I'm going to move over here. My dragons are getting a little bit roughed up. Let's give them some help. Try and wrap up this fight a little bit here. Trying to get an angle going for my guys here. My dragon's getting killed, actually. I tried healing it, but it would appear that the healing is too slow. Trying to get my dragons up out of there. Oh, good. That one was still healing. So as long as it doesn't go off the side of the map, then we should be good. I think it'll come back. Yep, there we go. Kind of play it, skip through here. Group 2, take out the archers. My tree canners slowly winning me today. I'm gonna get over here and hit Malagor with my lord. Get some shield of thorns. There we go. Get some healing. Time to get our dragons back over here. Alright, our tree lord here is finishing off Malagor, who's now terrified. And a rear charge here should put the Sigor out of his misery. Let's try and help take out this Sigor over here. Try and use some magic to get rid of these spears over here. There we go. Man, I love the sounds and the effects on this game. It's absolutely beautiful. There we go. So pretty clear victory over Malagor the Dark Omen. Got to have a fun battle out of it. In the beast paths, so kicking the crap out of them on their home turf. So long, Malagor the Skank. There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and take the money from releasing captives just because I've been doing it the whole campaign anyway. Look at that, my income's actually improving a lot now. Festival of the Equinox. Yeah, neither one of these is really that big of a deal. So let's get in here. Altar of Spawns. We're gonna raise it. Take the cash. And resettle. Perfect. Let's check our building browser again here and just make sure we're not missing... Yeah, we had to rebuild this place, no thanks to the stupid dwarves. I mean, those wonderful Dawi. I'm just kidding, I hate them. Well, on this campaign, I hate them. When I'm playing as them in campaign, I like them. Okay, let's see. So that's the tree. Averland. Could get some pottery to trade. Let's get some pottery.
Azray.
Okay. Should I keep settling? Because like this whole province is toast. Let's go ahead and use this tree to resettle here. Got it. Okay, so we're getting some stuff resettled. Double sure I'm not missing anything. We are not. We took care of the beastmen. So we can go ahead and maybe move this army back. Let's actually go back into the underground. There we go. And then we got to go up here for Mr. Alu. Move up the Serpent Jetty, so we'll take out Serpent Jetty. Altar of Spawns we just took. Then we should be able to get to Winter Pyre. We need to get Frozen Landing and Bearsonling's camp, or whatever it is. Yeah, so we got quite a few more spots to take care of up north. Thinking about whether or not I should raise another lord to just swing over here and pick up Icepack Bay and Bay of Blades. We probably should. Yeah, and then over here is the Alcove or whatever it is. Let's go ahead and raise. Let's recruit a lord. Use this uncompromising giant tree, probably. I got this guy. He's already level 7, but... yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with the tree. I'm liking the tree thing going on here. Get him to go resettle some of this stuff. Yeah, raising up just even one more lord ends up being a pretty painful... join the war against the vampires. I'm okay right now. The vampires asked me for peace. And I will temporarily grant it to them. This is so annoying. Yeah, do your thing, Eric. You're not going to be happy when I catch up to you, buddy. Rebellion? Where is the rebellion? Okay, we're going to need to put down that rebellion. So... really? We can't get there on this turn? Can't pop up anywhere over here, can we? Yeah, that rebellion's going to get out of control because I'm not going to have sufficient strength to beat it down. So this is irritating, but I'm going to have to move to here where we can keep replenishing, and then on the next turn we'll pop in here and I can double back and try and put down some of the rebellion. A third army would honestly be pretty handy up here, but it'd take me so long to train it at this point that kind of feeling too lazy to actually follow through with that. I could try and move another army up there, but I'm a little bit hesitant in case we end up in another war back here.
How can I assist you?
Let's take Keebler over here and we'll start resettling more dwarf settlements. Just kind of keep kicking up the overall income. Let's move up to here. Let's get some more stone maybe for trade. Okay. I think alright, Oak of Ages is guarded. End another turn here. Yeah, I'm not going to repair it because they'll just raise it. There we go. We'll use this. What's going on, vampire scum? You want me to pay you for a non-aggression pact? How about you pay me to not cut you apart for suggesting such a thing? That sounds like a plan. The only way you're getting peace is if you become my vassal. And I don't even know if that... yeah, I mean, it is an option. You want to become my vassal? I'll give you peace. Yeah, well, then don't come talking to me about peace unless you're ready to bend the knee, buddy. This is not a conditional surrender. It is quite unconditional. Okay, so we're gonna keep going on through here. Icepack Bay. Rebellion's gonna be an issue. Let's swing over here as quick as we can towards the rebellion and put it down. And then over here we can go ahead and keep taking more settlements. And it takes a long time to clean out the north, doesn't it? Sure as heck does. Alright, Serpent Jetty. Fire damage, huh? What about a tree causing fire damage? That's pretty hilarious. Or a flaming eagle. There we go. Picked up a turn or two worth of income. Of course, we're going to end up spending a pretty good chunk of it there. That should be another port, I think, that we get on that one. Alright, got a stupid monolith to take care of. So we're getting closer to putting down all these Norsican tribes. Alright, what we got here? Spell Singer, Lore Shadows. The Withering, Mystifying Miasma. So we got the Miasma. The Enfeebling Foe. What else do we got over here? We got the Pit of Shades. Let's do the reduced cooldown to Pit of Shades. Well, actually, let's start with Arcane Conduit, and then we'll come back and do the reduced cooldown on Pit of Shades so we can use it more often. And then the Tree Man. Let's work through Endurance of Oak, and then Impenetrable Bark, and then Tempered Rigor. All that stuff we want to make our Tree Man more brutal in combat. So we should be wrapping stuff up in the north within an episode or two, and then we'll be able to march back down and go into the final defense of the Oak. Here's the rebellion that we got to put down. It's actually got some Chaos Warriors in it. Not your typical Norskin trash. Yeah, you keep living it up over here, rebellion. You just living on up. There's a certain tree coming back, and he ain't too happy with the way you've been treating his settlements. Wait, let's build that port. Check my building browser. Go ahead and rebuild the stuff here. If any of that stuff's real necessary. I don't know what buildings I had, or if this stuff's... I'm just gonna build it. I don't think this thing had any of my military buildings in it. Nothing else to build in that regard. Maybe just defenses would be better than anything else. Build a guard platform. Okay. That one's the Oak of Ages. Build up our ports. Groot needs to level up. This one's the extra campaign movement range. Then we can do this extra replenishment, because I like when these guys replenish crazy fast. Ah, I meant to use Keebler and settle over there. Really? These random beast stacks out of nowhere, like in the very far off corners of my land, is getting really old. So then I gotta come back down here and resettle all this stuff. Oh my gosh. You know, if I could just spawn stacks in the middle of your land and then do that, this wouldn't even be... it looks like I had stuff back here that we meant to be resettling anyway, so now we're going to have to run for it back here. Because I completely forgot about this extra lord I had there. I'm not going to resettle up here. I'm actually just going to push down here as quick as we can and slay the beastmen. Let's go ahead and use Keebler here.
I acquiesce to your request.
You do acquiesce.
Your orders are accepted.
You acquiesce to whatever I say. Okay. Serpent Jetty. I can't quite reach this one in one turn, which is most unfortunate, so I'll stop a little bit short so they can finish their replenishment. What happened to that rebellion? Did they just like disappear? Like they come raise my settlement and disappear? It's really odd. Whatever. I mean, I was gonna enjoy beating the crap out of them, but if they've just gone ahead and disappeared themselves, then that works for me, honestly, too. Okay.
Called?
I did call Keebler. There we go. Oh, there was a building I could have built up there too. Ally has been attacked. So the dwarves are attacking the Empire. I could either break my alliance with the Empire, which is going to be annoying, or go back to war with the dwarves, which is going to be annoying. I guess it's back to war with the dwarves. Lucky me. I wonder if the vampires are at war with the dwarves. If the vampires are at war with the dwarves, I wonder if we can make some kind of unholy alliance here. The AI is usually too dumb to recognize an opportunistic... yeah, like right there. Why would the vampires not want a non-aggression pact? I mean, do they want to die? Well, I mean, they're already undead, so I guess that answers my question. You guys are fools. And you're gonna undie from being... whatever, you know what I mean. Don't question. Remember how we destroyed Barak Var? I'm probably gonna do it again. Alright, let's move down here. And these beastmen are gonna make a run at this lord. That's fine, they can do it. I'm gonna catch up to you, and I'm gonna get you. Alright. Colonize some more of this stuff. We're actually losing a little money, but we got a lot of money to lose, so I'm pretty sure I'll be just fine. Probably need to be at war. All the extra loot is what's supporting my ridiculous army sizes. Okay, so we can build up here. We should get yet another port. If we can just settle off these last few spots. I'm gonna actually switch this guy over. I'm gonna give him just a couple of units, just so that we have something to beat down these small stacks with in case we need it. There we go. That'll work. So a small army, and then we can disband it as needed. We've moved down here. We've got this army that could help us push against the dwarves. And then we've got Keebler up here who could also help us push against the dwarves. There's a dwarf army here that could very well hit us. And there's another one up here that may go for a cheeky little raid on Wissenberg. So I'm going to actually try and get up here in the middle of their path. So, alright. What do you want, Empire? I don't want to join your war against the vampires right now. You already pulled me into a war against the dwarf, you dunces. Yeah, I figured that was coming. Yeah, live it up, Ungrim. Why don't you just think back and remember what happened to you previously, you little porcupine. Okay, let's see if we can pay back Ungrim, because that was a grudging.
Glade Lord, at your service.
It was a serious grudging.
I shall comply.
He's probably going to want to come towards one of my settlements. I don't think he can reach that one.
What do you need?
Getting a lot of weirdness with my mouse right now for some reason. Alright, here we go. I can't reach these guys in this turn? Yeah, it's a stupid river. What a fat sack of crap. Alright, I'm gonna sit here and keep an eye on those dumb dwarves. Of course, if there's a river there, that should mean they can't get over here to Wissenberg in time either. Let's lay an ambush. Maybe just see if we get lucky. Okay, gonna keep moving down there. The beastmen are gonna try and come at me. All I'm gonna do is just end up getting a lord killed here, which I guess doesn't matter. She's not any good. Let's do this. Let's disband this one. And phase one here. There we go. We'll just use her to come over here and start resettling some of this nonsense from the stupid beast army. Let's just make sure I've made my moves up in the north. I have not. This one will have a little army to finish stuff off back here. So Durthu can handle that. Grayling Moot. Let's get some of this stuff built. Actually, let's go into like a forced march. So I think we can move a little farther. I'm gonna force march my way around past the altar and everything. Got that secondary army coming this way. Let's take these guys and force march. Wow, we can get a long ways. We get clear to... Yeah, we'll march back over here because we got a few stuff back here in the east to go handle. Tinkerbell the Evil. I'm gonna speed up her Pit of Shades cooldown. The Mind Razor's pretty sweet here too. Because that would be really helpful at, well, it imbues magical damage with the dwarves, but it gives extra armor piercing and weapon damage, which is pretty slick when you're trying to take down maybe like a dwarf hero or something. At least I would think so. Alright, this ancient tree man, let's do the impenetrable bark. Just give him the most survivability. There we go. Just about done with this episode. Really? How did he get there? I don't really think he could reach that all in one turn. Seems like a little sack of dwarf crap there, but we're going to catch back up with him because Keebler was in his way too, if I remember right. So he got away without being intercepted and got a huge amount of movement there. I'm highly suspect of what just happened. Maybe I missed it. I could have. I miss a lot of stuff. But it seems pretty suspect. Look at these guys like razing away settlements like that they're actually a threat to me. That's the hilarious thing here. What a joke. I'm gonna just give a force march order over there as quick as I can get there. Get marched up over here to resettle this. We got this army put back together. See, these guys are bolting out up here wanting to get to me. I need to get up here and put down those little small armies. So I'm going to get over here and chase these guys down. These two little mini armies here that are wanting to get in behind me and keep destroying stuff. So put them down. And let's go deal with Ungrim. I'm getting pretty sick of this crap. Okay, he hit this one over here. That makes sense. Yeah, so I wasn't paying. I thought he hit Karak Dromar over here, and I'm like, nah, there's no way. No way he got to that. Why are you running, Ungrim? If you're so strong, why don't you want to sit here and fight, buddy? Let's teach Ungrim a lesson. I don't think you Dawi realize where you belong in the current power scheme of the old world. In my power scheme of the old world. So we're going to give these guys a pretty ferocious butt kicking. Man, I don't know what is going on with my mouse. It is like all over the place crazy. Getting like some interference or something. Maybe it's because my phone's sitting right next to it. Because it's a wireless mouse. Maybe that was it.
Dauntless as rain.
Let's take the Waystalker over here. We can kind of sit on the edge of this forest and do some arrows of Gurnos. Wind Weaver? Thought you were a spell singer, but you know, whatever you say, lady. Hide a bunch of these guys up over here.
Deepwood cavalry.
Okay, let's see. These guys, we'll call them Group 2.
Disbanding.
What? These guys in a hard group. Group. Wow. Whatever the issue was with my mouse, it wasn't my phone. That is just getting highly annoying. Okay, alright, there we go. Good enough. Actually, let's put this guy in his own group buff over here. Okay.
Wild riders. Blade guard.
Ready to serve.
Deepwood guardian.
Hit some of those grumbling guard.
Ready and eager. Wild riders. Yes. Steady.
Okay, I'm gonna take out that. Yeah, let's see how you do whenever you get hit in the pit of shades here, buddy. Get over here into that cannon.
Blade guard. Ready to hunt. Hunter.
Alright, so we got good stuff going on there. Oh, wait, no you don't.
Straight away.
Mighty dragons. I got an iron fist for you to handle.
Cavalry. Deepwood archers. Armed and ready.
Take these guys out. Chase down the rangers. Let's do some enfeebling foe.
Cast back the darkness.
I'd like to use the Mind Razor, but I don't have enough
Orion.
winds of magic here.
I stand ready. Ever ready.
Deepwood mage.
I think we can do the Mind Razor now. Where the heck is it at? There we go.
To my will.
Archers ready.
Alright, Ungrim should get pretty crapped on now. Yeah, this dragon's got 670 armor piercing. Well, I don't know if it's actually 670 armor piercing, but he's got some pretty serious attack against Ungrim.
Ready and eager. At the ladder.
Ungrim's still putting up a serious fight, though, and is about to kill that very dragon. That's pretty incredible. Let's get all of our reindeer cavalry and other lords and monsters and everything else we have after him. Ungrim is a mighty foe, but as mighty as he is, I think the odds are not in his favor. He is surprisingly resistant to damage, though. I think we got enough for another enfeebling foe. See how much of a difference it makes on him. Some, but he's got such high stats that it certainly doesn't leave him completely defenseless. It's like he just gets shoved around. My guys fail to hit him a lot. Look at this. It's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, I can't even see him. He's getting stepped on by so much stuff. There he is. Yeah, stay down. Slayer oaths, my butt. Alright, looks like we settled that out. Ungrim the Iron Fist has once been getting punched by an Iron Fist from Keyboard to Cookie Elf. Eat your cookies, Ungrim. Eat your cookies.
Lord of Apollorum.
Dang filth. How did his army get away?
Destroy them!
They retreated, I attacked them again, and his army still gets away. The AI, folks. That's the AI. I'll see you all back on the next episode. We got lots of stuff to take care of, and we'll just get right down to it. I got some beastmen to slay because they keep raising my settlements, and I'm not real happy about it. There we go. Let's head up here. Hold on. Okay, we've already made our moves with these guys. So moves made. We just dealt with Ungrim. What about over here? Groot was kind of shadowing this army, and it looks like we were in an ambush stance. They didn't buy it. Let's maybe get in between that dwarf army and Dwarf. And we should be able to convince the dwarves to surrender here again pretty soon. Looks like we should be able to come over here and put the herd on Barakvar with Dodan. Yeah, Barakvar is easy pickings. Extra armor piercing damage, huh? Probably be better on the, well, is it like a percent? No, it's just 10. Because if it was a percent, that'd be one thing. Let's give it to one of our tree kin. We'll raise their settlement. And before I yeah, I can see there's a dwarf army nearby. So raising the settlement is smarter because we're likely to get attacked here, and I may have to fall back. Wow, that's a lot of slayers. Anyway, I'll see you on the next episode. HeirofCarthage signing out. See you then.